Our subconscious mind is either our greatest asset or our biggest enemy. And here's the thing, it's probably working against you in ways that you don't even realize. And if we think positive is enough, I'm so sorry to say, but our subconscious mind doesn't give a damn about what is happening to our conscious mind. Okay, our conscious goals doesn't give a damn about that. It's running 95% of our life on autopilot. However, if we don't know how to access it, let alone command it, it is sabotaging us every single day. Well, not sabotaging us, it's doing what it's supposed to do, but in the wrong direction. And if you are doing well in life, but maybe still feels like something's missing, if you've procrastinated on things that you know would improve your life, if you have a decent amount of success but still feel like an imposter, then this video is going to explain exactly why our mind is working against us. Okay? Because what I'm about to share is not mindset or not motivation. No. But it's about the hidden operating system that's running our life behind the scenes, and why even successful, intelligent people often have subconscious programs that are completely fucked up and keeping them stuck into patterns that we can't even seem to break. Because once you understand how to reprogram this thing, life becomes so much easier, because our entire internal system finally works with us instead of against us. But that's my goal for today and my intention for you with this video. But before we dive into why our subconscious is probably sabotaging our happiness, and yes, there's actually neuroscience behind that, I want to tell you that 3 years ago, I had what most people would consider a good life. I was making decent money, people thought I had my shit together, but it felt like I was living someone else's life. I would procrastinate on things that would actually make me happy. And then I would deal with this nagging feeling that I was just pretending to be successful. It felt like I was being an actor who was really good at playing the role of person who has their life together, but secretly has no idea what the fuck they're actually doing and is scared that someone is going to find out. And it was frustrating. And the most frustrating part about all that is I knew exactly what I should be doing to feel better, to be happier, to actually enjoy my life. But sometimes I'd find myself doom scrolling, okay? Instead of working out, I would order, delicious food instead of ones that would actually consider, instead of cooking healthy meals or actually contribute to my health and my fitness goals, I would make changes and prevent the decisions that I knew would shift my life. And then when I would lay my bed at night, when I'm about to sleep, I would think, why didn't I fucking do the things that I would say I was going to do today? And there was this other voice in my head saying, dude, you literally know what makes you happy. Why don't you just do those things? And then I discovered my subconscious mind wasn't trying to sabotage me. It was trying to protect me by keeping me in what was considered safe territory. However, the programs it was running were keeping me stuck in patterns that felt familiar but weren't actually serving me. And so once I learned how to identify and clear these hidden blocks, or I call them distortions, everything changed, okay? Everything changed. Not just for me, but for other people that work with me who are stuck in the same similar patterns of knowing what to do but not doing it. Having success but not feeling successful. Looking good on paper but, I hate to say this, but feeling empty inside. And so what I'm about to share is exactly how to identify the subconscious programs that are keeping us stuck in patterns that we can't seem to break. How to reprogram our subconscious to actually support the life we want instead of the life we are settling for. Because 3 years ago, I was making decent money, lived in a pretty nice place. From the outside, everything looked good, everything looked fine. But inside, it felt like I was going through the motions of someone else's life. I would wake up, don't get me wrong, I would wake up every morning with good intentions. I would make plans to work out, eat healthy, call friends that I actually wanted to talk to. And then some days I would just collapse. I would order food instead of cooking. I would have a Netflix marathon and just binge through that. Scroll my phone while I'm having a Netflix marathon. And I would literally do anything. I would do the things that I would prevent doing the things that would actually make me feel better about myself. And the whole time, while I'm procrastinating, there's this voice in my head going, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? And so I started noticing that every time I tried to make a change, maybe start a new routine, pursue something that was bigger than me, even just simply clean my apartment, I would just literally just call up and hire cleaners at this point. But I would feel this weird resistance, not logical resistance, but this deep, almost physical aversion to doing things that I knew would make me feel better. And I remember this one weekend that I literally planned to organize my life, meaning clean my apartment, clean my desk, everything, okay? Meal prep, creative projects that I've been putting off for months. Instead, I spent the entire weekend in bed watching YouTube videos, some of them about productivity, while doing absolutely nothing productive. Then I beat myself up thinking, dude, you're such a lazy piece of shit. You have no discipline. You're wasting your potential. Which obviously made me feel worse, which obviously made me want to do even less, which obviously made me want to judge myself even harder. It felt like I was in this vicious cycle that I couldn't break myself out of. But I learned that my subconscious mind was running old protection programs that were designed to keep me safe. But now were keeping me stuck. So they were outdated. Programs like, don't try too hard or you'll be disappointed. What if I try and it still doesn't work? If I put myself out there, people might think that I'm full of myself. Okay? It's safer to stay where you are right now than what the heck is happening in the unknown. What is in the other side of that? Like, right? And you may have felt that before. And so my subconscious mind learned that mediocrity was safe. It was satisfied with being dissatisfied with dysfunction. And that it felt dangerous to be in the unknown. And this is what most people don't realize. Hey, listen, if you've been feeling stuck but you know you're capable of more, then I've got a few spots available for my one-on-one mentorship. And in this program, I'll personally guide you through my identity frequency mapping process to break through the patterns holding you back so you can create the results you've been chasing. Whether that's more income, more freedom to spend time with your loved ones, physical healing, or finding that soul-led relationship, or finally living that dream life that you've been longing for. Now, I only work with a few clients a month to keep the quality of my services high and to give you my full attention. So spots tend to fill up very, very quickly. So if you are sick and tired of flawed manifestation techniques that are complex or don't even work and want simplicity, then book a call to speak with my team who have been personally guided by me. Link is in the description. Now back to the video. Our subconscious doesn't distinguish between good change and bad change. To our subconscious, all change is dangerous, okay, potentially dangerous. So it creates resistance to keep us in familiar territory, even when familiar territory is making us miserable. Now here's where most of us fuck this up completely. Okay, this is going to explain why all of our good intentions and self-help books haven't been working. Okay, listen to this. Our subconscious mind doesn't speak in logic. Okay, it doesn't speak logic. It speaks in feelings, images, symbols, and relaxation. That's how relaxation is how to access the subconscious mind. Okay, we cannot reprogram our subconscious by making arguments about why we should work out, or eating healthy, or pursuing our dreams. Okay, that is like to convince a child to eat vegetables by explaining the nutritional benefits of vegetables. The child does not give a shit about nutrition. Okay, they want mac and cheese, and I want mac and cheese. And so this is what I used to do. Okay, I used to try to motivate myself with arguments. Okay, Kevin, you know that you feel better when you exercise. You know you are happier when you eat well. You know when you're more fulfilled when you are creating YouTube videos. But my subconscious would be like, yeah, have you considered how comfortable this couch is? Oh my God, what about more potato chips, right? That's like trying to negotiate with a drunk person. Technically, they can hear your words, but in their minds like, yeah. They are operating in a completely different wavelength, right? They're definitely not making rational decisions. That is our subconscious mind. So, our subconscious responds to emotional intensity, imagery, and relaxation. This is why we can know exactly what we should do, but still not do it. Because knowing something intellectually is completely different from feeling it or experiencing it, which is for the subconscious. Doesn't end there. Here's the most really fucked up part. Our subconscious is constantly monitoring whether we deserve to be happy, successful, or fulfilled. Every time we procrastinate on something good for us, every moment of imposter syndrome, every time we settle for less than what we want, oh my God, our subconscious is recording this as evidence of what we actually deserve. What you allow is what you tolerate. Oh. Here's what most people don't understand. Even successful, intelligent people often have subconscious programming running like, I don't deserve this still. I'm fooling everyone. Or I just got lucky and I need to work fucking hard, which creates exhausting patterns of self-sabotage and dissatisfaction. You're always chasing more. What's next? What's next? And you never get a break. Now, I like you, so I'm going to tell you the secret weapon that most people are completely wasting, okay? And honestly, once you understand this, you will never approach personal change the same way ever again, okay? One of my favorite brainwave states is theta state, where your subconscious becomes highly suggestible. And I have a background in hypnotherapy. Now, this is the same state when you are in deep hypnosis or during deep meditation, okay? Or right before we sleep or upon waking up. This is when our analytical mind steps aside and your subconscious wide open for new programming. I love this state. You can achieve this state while your eyes are awake. Open, okay? Most people waste these golden windows by scrolling through their phone, planning their day, reviewing their problems in their mind instead of installing a new identity pattern that they actually want. That is like having access to reprogram your internal operating system and using it to check Instagram instead. For me, everything changed when I started using these theta windows intentionally. Instead of laying in bed, thinking about everything I needed to do or scroll social media, I would spend moments embodying the version of myself instead of embodying, broadcasting, or expressing the version of myself who actually followed through on things. I didn't visualize doing the things. I embodied the type of person who naturally did those things. I would feel what it was like to be someone who looked forward to working out, who enjoyed eating healthy meals, who was excited about creative projects like making YouTube videos instead of procrastinating on them. And I love making YouTube videos, but it's getting my fucking ass on this seat and hitting record. I have no idea why, but now I learned to reprogram that. But here's what's wild. Our subconscious doesn't control our thoughts. It controls our energy levels, our motivation, our stress response, even our immune system. Okay, listen to this. Hidden distortion creates fatigue, decision paralysis, and that constant feeling of being off, something's off, even when everything looks good on paper. So when we reprogram our subconscious with new beliefs, our body literally relaxes into allowing good things, meaning our energy increases, our decision making becomes clearer. We stop feeling like we are fighting against ourselves all the time. This is when our subconscious becomes our ally instead of an obstacle, automatically guiding us towards the choices and behaviors that actually serve us. We stop having to force ourselves to do things because our internal system finally wants what's good for us. How cool is that? Now here's the part where trips most people. And understanding this will save you months or years of frustration. Okay, so listen carefully. Our subconscious needs constant evidence over time before it accepts new patterns as safe. It's designed to keep us in familiar territory, so it creates resistance when we try to change, even when the change is obviously good for us, okay? This is why we can start a new routine with great intentions, and then we find ourselves back to old patterns, that old self within just maybe a few days or even a few weeks, like New Year's resolutions. Once our subconscious fully accepts our new identity, usually around, okay, this is just a belief and Newtonian way of thinking, but usually 21 to 35 days. I've seen it work faster. I've seen it work more days, but you need consistent neural rewiring, okay? Because it stops creating resistance and starts supporting our new patterns. But during that integration period, we're going to feel pushback. And most people interpret that as evidence that change is impossible or change is hard, okay? Pushback. For me, the first 2 weeks of this reprogramming phase was fucking crazy. My subconscious was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? We don't work out. Oh, I love working out, but we don't work out consistently. We don't eat vegetables. We don't finish our scaling our business. We watch Netflix, we order takeout, and we feel slightly guilty about it, okay? That is who we are. But I kept showing up to my meditation, kept embodying that new frequency, kept broadcasting it, kept proving to my subconscious mind this way of being was safe and beneficial. And around day 21, I just woke up and something just clicked. Like, oh, of course it is. The resistance disappeared and taking care of myself started feeling natural instead of being forced. When our subconscious mind finally accepts our new identity, it stops creating internal resistance and starts creating harmony. You stop having to force yourself to do things that are good for you because you genuinely want to do them. This is when life becomes effortless because we are not fighting against our own internal system anymore. Our thoughts, our emotions, and actions all automatically align with what actually serves us because our subconscious is finally on board with our well-being. So, you might be wondering, how do you actually reprogram your subconscious to work for you instead of against you? How do you actually identify and upgrade the hidden programs that are keeping you stuck in patterns that we can't seem to break? Okay, 2 good questions. So write this down. First, we need to identify the outdated programs that are running our show. Okay, listen to this. Pay attention to our internal dialogue when we think about making positive changes. What comes up? Okay, is there stories that your mind is telling you about why you can't have what you want? Pay attention to that. That is valuable information. That is what is getting in the way of you and your desired reality. Okay, pay attention to that. Some programs include, that keep people stuck is, I don't deserve to be happy, or I don't deserve that. Good things don't last. I'm not the type of person who works out, eats healthy, follows through on things. If I'm successful, happy, healthy, something bad's gonna happen, or I'm fooling everyone. All right? Going on YouTube is scary. Whatever it is, okay? Second, learn to access a new state of states for reprogramming. Okay? I love deep meditation because when your analytical mind is quiet, your subconscious is so receptive. Yep, that's how amazing we are. During meditation, don't think about what you want to change. Embody who you want to become, okay? Feel what it's like to be someone who naturally takes care of themselves, follows through on commitments, not procrastinate. Someone who receives easily and gracefully because that's naturally that's our natural state of being. That's second, okay? Third is consistently embody your new identity for 21 to 35 days, especially when your subconscious creates resistance. And this is where most people give up. But it's actually when the reprogramming is actually happening. When resistance comes up, and it will, don't think of it as evidence that change is impossible or hard. See it as evidence that your subconscious is being challenged to upgrade, which is exactly what needs to happen, okay? Fourth is work with your body to integrate the new programming. Remember, your subconscious communicates, okay, I haven't said this yet. Your subconscious communicates through physical sensations, so pay attention to how your new identity feels in your body and anchor those sensations. Practice moving, speaking, and making decisions from your new identity. How does someone who takes care of themselves carry their body? How do they walk? How do they respond to stress? How do they make choices? And start embodying those patterns now. And fifth, my favorite one, collect evidence that supports your new identity while your subconscious is integrating the changes. Celebrate. Celebrate every time you follow through on something. Every moment you choose what's good for you, or every moment you choose your new self over the old self or over what's familiar, oh my God, celebrate that. Celebrate that. You deserve it. Because our subconscious learns through experience, okay? Experience and emotional intensity. So the more evidence we can provide that our new identity is safe and beneficial, the faster it will accept and support our transformation. Here's what happens when we successfully reprogram our subconscious to work for us instead of against us, okay? First, life becomes so much easier because we stop fighting against our own internal system. Meaning, instead of having to force myself to do things that are good for me, I genuinely want to do them. Instead of procrastinating on things that would make me happy, I look forward to them. Instead of feeling like an imposter, I feel like I belong in my own life. Okay? Key word there is I belong in my own life. Not in a room, but in my own life. Okay? And so when our subconscious accepts that we deserve good things, everything changes. Our energy increases, our decision making becomes clearer, relationships improve, and we stop settling for less than what we actually want or deserve. Okay? It's like finally getting your internal GPS to stop trying to reroute back to comfortability or misery. Okay? When your subconscious becomes your ally instead of your obstacle, we realize that happiness and fulfillment weren't impossible. They just had faulty programming that was working against us. And once we fix the programming, everything becomes natural. okay? Look, I know this challenges the whole just be more disciplined or be more motivated approach that, self-help content pushes, but here's the thing. We cannot willpower our way past subconscious programming that's working against us. Come on. If you have tried to use willpower and discipline, how's that working out for you? Come on. Be open to a new way of approaching things, okay? Most people try to change by adding more rules, being harder on themselves, pushing through resistance. But if your subconscious believes you don't deserve good things, it's going to sabotage every positive thing that we try to make, okay? And if you're successful but don't feel successful, if you procrastinate on things that would make you happier, if you feel like you're pretending to be someone you're not, and if we can't shake the feeling that you're going to be found out, I just want you to know that it's not because you're being lazy or you're broken. No, it's just because your subconscious is running an outdated program that is working against your well-being. But here's the amazing thing. Once we learn to identify and reprogram these distortions, or just literally not even reprogramming, clear them, our subconscious becomes our greatest ally. It stops creating resistance and starts creating alignment, okay? Making positive change feel natural instead of forced. So, remember, our subconscious is either our greatest asset or our biggest enemy. The choice is yours, but you have to know how to speak its language.